Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Dollar, dollar. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is...
They say nothing lasts forever. Youth, hairlines, winning streaks, it all goes eventually. But apparently, nobody told Alexander Volkanovski. Welcome back to Let's Talk MMA. I'm Colby.
I'm Brodie.
And UFC 325 just wrapped up in Sydney. And if you were expecting a passing of the torch ceremony, you clearly haven't been paying attention for the last 5 years. We had 13 fights, a few broken hearts, and enough shoey energy to power the power grid of Australia. So let's pour a cold one, man, and get right into it. So we kicked things off with the road to UFC at 325. We had 20-year-old Sulangrangbo going up against Lawrence Louis. Louis ended up taking the split decision, 28-29, and I couldn't disagree with it. He looked good. Sulangrangbo just looked very green in there. You could tell he was a 20-year-old fighting in there. He had heart, though. He had heart.
Yeah, he had a lot of heart, but Louis was just tossing him around in the rounds. He just grabbed him and started throwing him around like he was a rag doll. He was shooting desperate takedowns at point, but Sulangrangbo was just caught coming in too many times. He dropped his hands when he was stepping away. He just opened up every shot Louis wanted to throw.
You know, this is where the cliche contracts are earned and not given comes from. And I think a lot of these, I shouldn't say a lot, there's only 3 fights, but I think some of these road to UFC fighters forgot that, man. It seemed like Lawrence Louis was just a little more allergic to losing than Sulangrangbo was, and he just really wanted it a little bit more. They went at it like two dudes that forgot they had a pause button, but in the end, Lawrence Louis just had more heart.
Yeah. Sulangrangbo did bust open Louis in round 1, but it didn't seem to matter much. And
No.
almost made him come more alive.
I don't got much to say about this. I am
mean,
excited to see where Lawrence Louis goes from this, though.
Same, 29-28. I had it the same way.
Yep, I had it the same
agree
way.
with the judges.
Couple of fights that we'll get to a little later we really disagreed on, but another one, man. They fought till the last minute, and it was literally a last-minute KO. Sebastian Szalay just didn't have it in him that deep, I guess, and Nakamura did. Nakamura found that knee a couple of times during the fight. I went to live bet him, and as soon as I did, I saw the odds closed out, and I was like, well, this fight's about to end.
Yeah.
Szalay, however you say it, he looked good, man. He looked really, really good up until he didn't. But those last couple of minutes, he kept getting caught with those knees, and he just started getting dismantled.
Yeah, I mean, Szalay was coming out strong. He had some nice spinning kicks. Every punch thrown seemed to be connected to Nakamura's chin, was powerful. He kept the pressure on really strong. In round 2, he even dropped Nakamura with the left. There was a weird headbutt. I think that was in round 3.
Yeah, I think that was the
2.
third round. If I'm remembering right.
Early, Nakamura just wasn't throwing. He was just kind of frozen up in there. And after round 2, his coaches really sat him down and told him, like, you need to finish here. Like, you got to find this finish. You need this finish. And he got it.
That's what happens when you listen to your corner, man.
He listened perfectly. That knee was there. He threw it. He connected. He knocked him out. He got the contract.
It's crazy. Sebastian was doubling him in strikes almost the whole time, and everybody thought that Nakamura was going to come in and just kind of pick him apart, which he didn't. He got lucky. I don't want to say he got lucky because he did that. He did that, but
he did do that. That knee was there.
Definitely came a little later than I expected.
Szalay did look a little gassed at the end. He wasn't doing as much as he was in the earlier rounds. If he didn't gas out and he kept up the pressure, he might have secured a decision win because I had him up 2 rounds.
Fun fight all around, though. It was entertaining. Moving up the last road to UFC fight, we had Sungwoo Kim versus Don Marfan. Man, I did not agree with the scorecards here. I definitely think Don Marfan took it on decision. I had that as a prediction anyways. I don't agree with the 30-27. I think it was a 29-28. I think a lot of people are pretending that Don Marfan went for more of a stroll than he did. And it wasn't really the flashiest fight, but they did what they had to do. Sungwoo Kim started walking him down like the Terminator in the second round. And I don't know. I don't really agree with the 30-27. I definitely agree with Don Marfan taking it. But I had it 29-28.
Yeah, I had it 29-28 too, with Fan winning the first 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Those elbows he was landing in the clinch every time Kim went for a takedown, they looked lethal.
Oh, yeah.
They would have busted open a lot of people in the UFC.
Kept
But he started
smiling at
breathing
him.
heavier. He was smiling, but he kept breathing heavy.
Yeah.
Like his mouth started opening up more in round 2. So his cardio is a little bit of an issue. He has beautiful striking though. Great spinning back fist, spinning elbows. I didn't know he had some of that in the tank. But yeah, Kim just went right for the grappling. Didn't seem to work his way. Fan just was able to keep him off him.
Aussies almost swept it. If it wasn't for Szalay. Overall, pretty decent fight though. Sungwoo Kim looking beyond tough, just like we thought. The Frogman. It's a shame to not see him get a contract though. I don't think any of the fights both fighters got the contract.
No.
But yeah, I guess we'll be seeing some more of Don Marfan in the near future. So good luck to him. Moving up, man. This was insane. We knew how this card was going to go as soon as we saw Ofli get this decision. That was ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what fight these judges saw, but it wasn't the one I saw, and it wasn't the one Brodie saw. I know that. 29-28 is despicable. He got dropped, what, once in the first round, twice in the second round? Wobbling bad. He got dropped bad. I have absolutely no argument for any way he could have taken 2 rounds.
Yeah. Yeah, it is bad. I mean, I had Ofli winning the third round and Yizha winning the first 2.
Yeah, like dominantly. Like Yizha could have 10-8'd him. There was no 10-8s.
Was grappling him pretty good. Ofli was grappling him pretty good in the first round, but I thought Yizha did enough at the end of it. He came more alive. He got the he almost got the round 1 KO in the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, I know. I had that at like a plus 1200 or something. I was geeking.
Like I thought Yizha clearly won that round. Round 2 he dropped him a bunch. That was an easy Yizha round.
Yeah.
But round 3 is where, even though Yizha did hit him with an illegal knee, that was crazy.
I saw that.
That was crazy. No one called it. That was insane. But
we know most fouls aren't getting called in the UFC these days.
But yeah, round 3 Yizha just slowed down a little bit, allowed Ofli to take that round, but I don't see how you give round 1 to him when he almost got finished.
I have no idea. That was a disgusting scorecard decision. I disagree with it 100%. I still do, and I will for the rest of my life.
When I saw Sal Diamano was there, I knew how this night was going to go.
It's always Sal. He's always fucking around. I mean, at its core, I guess good for Conor Ofli getting his second win in the UFC. Definitely deserved that first win a lot more coming back against Ricardo Ramos, but yeah,
that was
not impressed.
Was built like a tank.
Yeah. It's a shame, man. There's people's careers you're messing with. It's not cool. Moving up the card, Jonathan Micallef making Oban Elliott look like he picked the wrong day to go to Sydney, man. Oban was piecing him up in the first round. He was looking good. I bet Micallef, but my prediction at my heart, I wanted Oban to win. I really do like Oban. I did not see a sub coming. Tell you that. Oban going out like a Welsh gangster though. He wouldn't tap, and I think Jonathan, if I'm remembering right, got him off of like an overthrown punch and he managed to get the back from that.
I believe you're right.
Yeah, Obama's looking another fight where he was looking really, really good up until he wasn't. And there was too much time left on the clock for him to try to survive that one. Overall, good win from Jonathan Micallef. I can't take anything away from him. He definitely looked a little gun shy in there at the beginning, though.
He did. He very much did. Like, he got busted up in round 1. Elliott was throwing more volume, but it seemed like Elliott was fighting to survive, just dancing on the outside, trying to piece him up, avoid the powerful punches. And watching Micallef back, I don't know what the hell was wrong with him. He fought a lot better in the Jusei fight.
Yeah.
He had terrible boxing here against Elliott. He was overswinging. Round 2 is when he started to wrestle a little bit more, and that's when he got the back of Elliott and strangled him out. But if he did not wrestle, he wasn't winning this fight.
No. I don't think Micallef's ever really known for having the greatest hands anyways. He's got really good kicks. But I had a feeling Oban was gonna box him up. And Oban's wicked tough, man. Like, that's why he wasn't gonna tap. He was going out like a warrior.
Micallef did look drained more than he did in his last fight against Jusei.
Which is crazy because he was fighting at home this time, too.
Yeah. He also looked bigger.
We never know what's going on behind the scenes. Anything else you want to add onto this one, Brodie?
No, let's go on up the card.
Scrap, round 2, 331. This one, man. Ha! I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, Brodie, but I was so happy watching this happen. I saw his Achilles pull. That was a shame, but didn't make me feel bad. Get him the fuck out of here. I hate Torres Finney. He's so boring, man. I called it to a T. Almost called it to a perfect T with that round 2 KO, but Malkoun just wouldn't put his foot on the gas pedal for some reason. But exactly like I said, if Finney isn't able to get a takedown, he was going to be standing there like deer in headlights. He had absolutely
he couldn't get a takedown.
I know he had absolutely no answer for Jacob Malkoun. Nothing. He had nothing for him, and it's not like Malkoun really had a whole lot for him either. This was definitely a good fight to go get some snacks, but I was a little busy hate watching. Malkoun essentially gave Finney the longest, most uncomfortable hug of his life for 15 minutes straight. It kind of reminded people that power doesn't really mean much if you're just stuck there. And it really, really proved that Torres Finney is a one-trick pony. If he can't get you down or power slam you through the canvas, I don't think if his Achilles didn't snap, it would have went... I think if his Achilles didn't snap, it would have went the same way. And his knee. And I don't know, side note, I don't know if you saw him trying to talk to DC after, but DC just ignored him and kind of like brushed him aside. Wanted nothing to do with him.
DC also, I guess, let it slip on the broadcast if Finney's been dealing with a knee issue the past 4 days.
Yep.
So that doesn't help.
Nope.
I would hear reports it was his LCL that snapped.
You
then
could
I just
see
heard
it in the replay, like, pull up. It was, ugh.
Yeah. Like, that wasn't good. After that happened, I knew it was done. He wasn't fighting like himself. I don't think he shot for 1 takedown, did he? He shot for 2.
Takedown, 0 out of 1.
He shot 1. He shot 1 takedown in a 15-minute fight. That is not Torres Finney. That is not Torres Finney.
Nope, but you know what is? He sucked for 15 minutes straight.
I will say Malkoun, fucking low IQ.
Yeah, he had so many... There was a couple fights on this card where there was many opportunities for a finish that just never came to fruition, and this was definitely one of them. I was appalled. I was just sitting there waiting for the finish, and it just never came.
His knee was gone. He was on 1 leg. How do you not get the finish?
How are you going to try to...
up against the corner, and then you start grappling?
Yep. You're going to try to choke a man out with no neck. What are you going to choke? What are you going to choke?
Dude.
He's just he's not submittable. His body type, he's just, you're not going to get an armbar on him. You're not going to triangle him. You're not going to get a rear naked choke. There's nothing to grab onto there.
Malkoun was just striking him like he was a punching bag. He was having a sparring fight at that point.
Yep.
30-26 Malkoun is what I had it.
Yep. 30-26, 30-27, 30-26. I couldn't agree more. Overall, boring fight. Malkoun didn't look like a world beater out there by any means.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He does have an amazing jab. He entered a flow state in round 1, but that IQ is so low.
Yeah. Alrighty, moving up, we had Cam Rowston versus Cody Brundage. It took Rowston a little bit longer than I thought to get it done, but Brundage always comes out looking really aggressive. He did catch Cam Rowston 1 or 2 times in that first round, but Cody Brundage, man, he's a great guy. He's not the greatest fighter. He's a quitter at his core, and it's a shame. I don't know how he's even still in the UFC, honestly. I think it's just because people know something crazy is always going to happen during their fights. Yeah, I mean, I think Cam Rowston is really starting to show people that there's more Australians in the middleweight besides just Robert Whittaker, you know? He looked good. His call out was a little cringy. I think he probably wrote that down after practice one day and thought it sounded a lot better in his head than it did. It was funny though. I like him though. I like the battle giraffe. I don't really have anything bad to say about him. He looked good. He used his length well. He hit hard, and he went in there and completed the mission.
Yeah, Cam's got a great clinch, great calf kicks, good knees. He uses, like you said, he uses the range well. He did bust Cody up in round 1. Cody was already bleeding. But yeah, Cody's tough as hell. He gave it his all the first round. In round 2, he kind of just started giving up.
Yep.
Shelled into a ball, just like Cam did what he wanted to him.
Mind you, all of Cody Brundage's wins are in the first round. So statistically, he goes past the first round, he's probably not going to win the fight.
Yeah. But, yeah, good showing from Cam Rowston. TKO round 2, ground and pound. It was nice.
Yeah. I mean, it was expected, so I'm not shocked here. Took a little bit longer than I expected, about 52 seconds longer, but that's okay. Yeah, Cam Rowston showing out. Moving up the card, Junior Tafa snapping the Australian winning streak on the actual UFC card. He looked good in the first round, though, man. I can't lie. He hit Billy Elekana so hard. It looked like Billy Elekana was going to do a front flip. And then in the second round, Billy decided he's done striking. He got him down and he strangled him. But up until that point, man, I was getting really worried for my pick. I think Junior Tafa looked great in the first round. I really can't take anything away from him. He was boxing them up. He was hitting them with really hard power shots. I can't lie. I keep forgetting that Junior Tafa moved down to light heavyweight. So every time I see him, he just looks a little weird to me because he's so much skinnier than he used to be. But he still packs that power, man. But it didn't matter. Come the second round, Billy Elekana got him down, tapped him out, and silenced that Sydney crowd for the first time all night.
Yeah, I will say Tafa did seem to improve his takedown defense at least a little bit. He seems to be working on it.
Yep, Billy
He did
went
drop
1 for
Elekana at
5.
one point. Yeah, he even dropped Elekana at one point. What I didn't like was he kept walking back to the center. Like, I want a flash KO if I'm going to get one here. I don't want a TKO. I want you to be out. And that's what did him in eventually, because Elekana was like, all right, I'll take the center. I'll come back for it, and then I'm just going to take you down.
Yeah, they kept resetting. Again, a couple of fights where it seemed like there was almost like a gentleman's agreement to just reset in the middle.
Yeah, I think that was it here, and Elekana kind of took advantage of that in round 2. Just got Tafa down, stubbed him.
Yeah.
Because Tafa still can't do nothing on the ground.
No, and he won't. They really wanted to market these big swinging heavy Samoans, but I don't think it's paying off for him too well. Good win for Billy Elekana, 10-2. Junior
really
Tafa probably on his way out soon.
Elekana's really settling in at light heavyweight.
Anything else you want to add for this one? I think he's looking nice at light heavyweight too. He is definitely starting to settle in a bit. But he's got to work on that ground game, man. He needs to spend a whole camp not striking and just wrestling.
No, I was talking about Elekana settling in.
Oh, you think? Oh, is that his second or first fight at light heavyweight?
Uh, fourth, I think. He used to
Oh,
be a
wow.
middleweight before the UFC.
Yeah, because I know Junior Tafa, that was his second light heavyweight fight.
Third,
Third. Well, either
second,
way,
yeah, second.
both of them settling in
What? I
well.
don't know.
Alrighty. Anywho, moving up. First fight on the main card, we had Phil and Salkilld getting it done in one. I mean, a face crank, man, in this economy,
He was gonna
really.
break his neck.
That was crazy. Quillen knew he was getting him out of there in one. He just wanted to see what Jamie could do. Don't forget, guys, Salkilld is a grappler. He's not a striker. He had a couple of really nice performances, and everybody seemed to forget that. But came out, scrapped for a minute, got him down, got him out of there in less than a round. It's what we expected, man. Jamie Mullarkey is just not that guy.
I had this right, just the call wrong. I said Quillen was gonna try to find his first submission in the UFC, and Mullarkey would just defend it to a decision. Mullarkey didn't defend nothing.
No.
Quillen did not care. He was gonna snap Mullarkey's neck in that octagon if the ref didn't call it, if Mullarkey didn't tap, if something didn't happen. Mullarkey was probably gonna die.
Yeah. Quillen's
That would
so
have
big
been
for the
too.
weight class too, man. I want to see more of his grappling.
Quillen's not coming to fight. He's coming to take people's lives in that
Yeah.
octagon. After that hack press KO, he's got stuff to live up to.
Yeah. Which can be a bad thing for a fighter. You know, they can either go in there thinking I have to outdo myself from last time, or they go in there saying I'm just here to have fun and to win, and that's what it is for Quillen. It seems like he just wants to have fun and get it done however he can.
Yeah.
To be expected though, Salkilld getting it done in one. Man. And then came the heartbreak.
We saw this coming.
No,
Kind
well, kind of. Tuivasa versus Taliesin Teixeira. Man, we all wanted the shoey. We all wanted the knockout, but Teixeira's 9 feet tall and has the wingspan of a small biplane, so it was tough for Ty to get inside. He came out like a bat out of hell swinging, and I don't know why Taliesin didn't try this on Derek Lewis, but he immediately shot a takedown and he got Ty Tuivasa down. I was live betting Ty at one point. I threw like $5, $10 on him. Because he was looking good he was looking good, man. He was landing shots. He just didn't have the cardio. If he had another solid 60 seconds in him without having to take a break, he had 5-6 opportunities to finish that fight in the third round, man. 28-29, I got to agree with it. Ty definitely took that third round, but it was closer, a lot. I don't want to say it was super close, but it was a lot closer than I expected. You know, my heart was telling me Ty's going to come out, get a round one knockout. My brain was telling me Talison's going to come out, get a round one knockout. Neither of those happened, and I think Ty looked good for what we expected, man. And Taliesin, I don't know what to think about him at this point, because it seems like anytime he faces anybody with any type of experience, he falls short. Derek Lewis, now losing by decision to Ty Tuivasa after a 5-fight losing streak. I don't know, man. But that home crowd was definitely getting Ty hyped up. And we almost had it. We almost had it, man. But the shoey's going back on the ice, and Ty might be going back to dominoes.
You're telling me Taliesin Teixeira came into the UFC, got a flash knockout over Justin Tafa, and suddenly he's ranked? We have Josh Hockett actually causing damage in the heavyweight division, and Talison's ranked?
You know what's crazy?
What the hell?
Ty
Why
was still
Ty
ranked. Ty was still
Yes,
ranked.
it doesn't make sense. Ty's on a 6-fight losing streak now. How are these guys ranked? Taliesin looked like crap. I had the first round 10-8 for Taliesin.
Yeah.
He completely dominated. I don't understand why he just didn't go for a sub. Same thing with the second round. I had it a 10-9. I thought Ty fought back a little bit more. And then Ty took the third. But again, low IQ moments. He had Taliesin hurt, and Ty just would not finish it. He kept hugging. He couldn't breathe.
I don't think it was low IQ. I think it was low cardio. Because he knew he had it there. Like, he was even stopping the takedowns at one point. Teixeira only going 3 out of 9. Like, that's good. He was sprawling at one point, throwing his legs back, but he just didn't have it in him. He had the heart. He just didn't have the physical capability of just landing a couple more bombs. And that's all he needed was 3-4 big bombs when he stuffed one of those takedowns, and it could have got called. Oh, man, the roof would have blown off that place.
I think Josh Hockett finishes both of them.
100% in the first round. I don't think Taliesin is ever going to be top 5. I think he'll be top 10 just because of the lack of competition at heavyweight, but I don't think he's ever going to be top 5. I think everybody in the top 5 absolutely runs through him in the first round.
We have better heavyweights than Taliesin Teixeira. He should not be ranked.
He's just huge. That's why. It was the Robelis to Spain effect. You know, they're 7 feet tall and they're huge, but then they come in and they're a little disappointing. But that seems to be the entirety of the heavyweight division these days.
There are better heavyweights out there. They might not be as tall as Teixeira or weigh as much, but Josh Hockett is on a streak right now. The dude can wrestle. The dude can strike. The dude has power. He can talk. That is a ranked heavyweight.
I think by the end of the year, we'll definitely see Hockett in the top 15. Just a matter of how active he stays. And right now, it shouldn't be hard for him to stay active.
Yeah. I mean, Walker takes both their ankles right here. Who else is a heavyweight? Dude, I don't think Teixeira could even get past Tibera.
I don't think he could either.
I think the grappling would be too much.
I think, yeah, man. I don't think Taliesin's that great. He's a round 1 or bust, like a lot of these heavyweight fighters are. I think Mick Parkins could beat Taliesin Teixeira. Not really, but
anyone can beat Taliesin.
Yeah.
Isn't Petrino a heavyweight too?
Yeah.
Or is he a light heavyweight?
No, he's a heavyweight now. Yeah.
He beats Teixeira.
I think he beats him too. So we'll have to wait and see.
Thomas Peterson beats Teixeira.
That's what I meant. Thomas Peterson, yeah. They're all the same to me. Anyways, man, there's
Teixeira.
who we got put on the ice, and it was a damn shame. But then Fight Nerds arrived, and
this was crazy.
Mauricio Ruffy, man, he's a problem. He took on Rafael Fiziev, a man who usually eats strikers for breakfast, and he just solved the puzzle. He got a TKO in the second round, man. And if this is what being a nerd looks like, sign me up for summer school, man. That was crazy. Ruffy just took his time. He was so patient, so accurate. And I saw a lot of people saying, oh, we're surprised Fiziev got punched in the head. He's easy to track. I was like, what are you talking about? The whole precipice of this fight before it started was Fiziev's going to be sliding out of the way of spinning kicks by like a millimeter. Fiziev's hard to hit in the head, but it's no problem for Ruffy. He would throw this jab, and instead of immediately like 1-2, he would throw it and wait to see where Fiziev was going, and then he would bomb through with this right hand. And the jab was there all night. He kept finding the chin, and about 3-4 minutes into that second round, he hit him so hard, and Fiziev just completely lost his legs. He was like a baby giraffe. He was doing the splits. He was falling over. His head was still moving. He was still rocking, but it didn't matter, man. Ruffy just hit so damn hard. And then Ruffy coming out in the post-fight interview talking about his brother that killed himself, and now he had influenza, and he just had so many things up against him for this fight. The people were counting him out. I didn't want to, but I started counting him out towards the end. I thought Fiziev had just seen so many strikers like this before, and that it would just be almost like a sparring session for him. But Fiziev has this weird ability that I've noticed to let off these shots, especially his body kicks, that have so much sound when they make contact, and there's never a big reaction from the opponent. It'll be like a huge liver kick, and it sounds devastating, and they don't react. So I think
you think he slaps his thigh?
No. I think it's it's crazy to even say looking at him, but if you look at his fights, you gotta know what I'm talking about here. He looks like he hits a lot harder than he does. And Ruffy just figured that puzzle out, man. I mean, he put a beating on him, doubled him in striking, quintupled his shots to the head. You know, Fiziev was definitely trying to cut down the tree, working the legs and body more, trying to slow him down. And it didn't matter. He took too long to do it. Ruffy got him out of there in 2. It was beautiful.
Yeah, Ruffy really might be the Brazilian Conor McGregor.
He's the best nerd. He's the best out of them. They all say he is.
I still don't think he's the best nerd. I might have to give that to Prates.
I knew you were about to say Prates. Prates says Ruffy's the best of them.
I know he does, but I think Prates is just, this is something about him. He might not be as flashy as Ruffy, but he's got, I think, more power. He's more devastating.
I mean, knocked Leon Edwards off his feet.
He made Leon smile.
Yeah.
He was happy down there. But yeah, no, this fight, I thought Fizzy was gonna win it by decision. I thought his chin would have held up. I'm thinking, hey, if Gaethje can't get you out of there, nobody can. Who would have thought Ruffy hits harder than Gaethje?
Yeah.
I did not see that coming. Yeah, Fizzy didn't go for the takedowns. He shot one. Like, that was the way to beat Ruffy.
Fiziev's not really known for shooting takedowns either. That's just something he kind of developed like in his last couple. Like the Gaethje one, the first takedown was an accident, and then he rolled with it.
But then he started doing it to Bahamundes, and that's how he got the win there. So it's like, just do the same thing here, and he just didn't really go for it.
Yeah.
Although they weren't there as much. Ruffy's takedown defense seemed to have improved a bunch over this camp with Volk.
Yeah. That's why I don't think the takedowns would have mattered anyways. I think even if he got them, these are all what ifs, of course, but I think if he got them, Ruffy would have popped right back up.
Ruffy was keeping his hands pretty low to avoid any takedowns coming his way, which left some striking open for Fiziev, which is probably why he wasn't shooting as many takedowns. But you don't enter a striking like competition with someone who's got that reach, got that height, and that devastating power.
Yeah, man. Ruffy showing out for the nerds once again. Looking great and reminding people that he's a problem, man. And it's making that win for BSD look even better.
Yeah, it is.
Speaking of the devil, in the co-main event, man, we had an absolute car crash where neither driver wanted to call the insurance company. BSD is he's terrifying right now, man. He's such a slow starter, but he has this ability to slow you down with him. It doesn't matter how fast you start. I was looking back too, a lot of his fights end win or lose in the second round, like Gene Silva, but he starts off a lot different than Silva. Benoit is a very, very slow starter, and that was almost to his demise this time around. Dan Hooker came out looking great in that first round, man. I mean, he was picking him apart. He was hitting him with those low kicks over and over and over, those body kicks, the front kicks, over and over and over and over and over again, latching up the guillotine a couple times. Dan Hooker didn't come to play around, man. He really showed his legendary Kiwi chin is still there, but BSD is just so relentless, man. He mauled the Hangman on the ground until everybody saw enough. I mean, he could have called that 10, 15 seconds before. Once Benoit gets on top of you, it seems like he's not getting off. And he's just so tough. But Benoit is very susceptible to being finished in the first round. I think these other lightweights need to take notice and know that if you're fighting Benoit, you got to give it your all in the first, because he's not. He's not giving his all until that second round comes around. But they both look good, man. I can't remember off the top of my head who BSD called out right now. Blanking on it.
I don't remember either.
I don't even know if he called anyone out specifically. I don't know. We'll get back to that. But he looked good, man. A huge statement for the Frenchman once again, 4 in a row.
Yeah, BSD looked great. I will say, yeah, like you said, the first round, he almost looked scared in there. Like the cheap kicks from Hooker were hitting him right.
That hurt him. There was a moment where it like stopped him for a second, and
Yeah,
I think he got hit right in the
He
liver.
did not like those.
And he was really trying to play it off, but he froze for a second, like
Yep.
completely did not move, did not walk forward. He stopped in his tracks for a second.
He kept getting hit with those repeatedly. Hooker saw they were working. He just kept throwing them, and Benoit knew what to do. Close
14
the
out of
distance.
14.
Don't let him do those, and just fucking throw wild. And that's what he did. In round 2, it got him down. I think that was Hooker's fault, actually. Hooker, I think, went for the takedown of the trip, and Benoit ended up on top, and it was over from there.
Yeah,
It was it.
that was brutal.
It almost looked, when Benoit had him in the arm triangle, it almost looked like Hooker's shoulder popped out of place.
I didn't notice that. I'll have to rewatch it.
It almost, I don't know if it really did or not, but it almost looked like he popped it out so he can keep breathing a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
It was
he's
weird.
fucking crazy, man. So it wouldn't surprise me. He's very, very good at staying out of those submission attempts. Very good, like
But-
pulling on his leg and stuff to get some more free space, like
Yep.
keeping his back off the mat. He's very smart. But he
But
just
BSD saw that coming, got back on top into that mount, and started unleashing those 12-6 elbows. They got right through the guard. I was screaming at the TV, saying, like, call it Herb. Like, Hooker's got his daughter there watching. Call it. His daughter's going to watch him die.
yeah, man.
But,
Dan Hooker's one of the
it was
greatest
great.
to never do it. He had so much potential. But it's just a shame. I love watching him fight, though, man. But I hate watching him
I will
lose.
stand by it. I will stand by it. Hooker sucks. How is he ranked?
You gave
Get
him
him
a
out the
hell
ring.
of a first round.
He's-
Hooker,
matter.
before you got into UFC, Hooker was the man. You got to watch his fight with Dustin Poirier. He lost. He lost, but
Before.
he always
before.
puts on a hell of a scrap.
You can't be ranked if you were good before and not now. Same with Tai Tuivasa.
That's fair. All right, guys. So finally, the main event, we had Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopes 2. And Diego, he's the hottest thing in the division right now, man. The hair, the hype, the power. But Volk is just a scientist. And he didn't just fight Diego Lopes. He absolutely deconstructed him, man. He survived a knockdown again like he did in the first fight. Flash knockdown. This one was a little less scary, in my opinion. Escaped that semi-submission attempt at the end of one of the rounds, and he just kept coming at him, man. I mean, he was landed big overhands, 2 of them back-to-back at one point. I think it was the 3rd or 4th round, and Volk took it early, and he just took it away. I know you thought it was 2-2 going into the last. I couldn't agree more with the 3-1 sentiment, or even the 4-0 going into the last. I think Diego kind of stole that second round with that flash knockdown, but in my eyes, round 3, as a viewer, that knockdown I didn't even score it because he bounced back up like a pogo stick, like so fast. And Volk, once again, just cementing himself as the 145-pound GOAT. And furthermore, showing how terrifying of a force Elliott Taporia is, coming in and just making it look like light work against Volk when he did. If it's not for Elliott Taporia, I think Volk reigns forever and ever and ever, and he never would have lost the belt in the first place. And Lopes looked dangerous, but Volk just looked great, man. He's the king of Sydney. He's staying the king of Sydney. He's now tied with Jose Aldo for the most title defenses in the division's history. And since Elliott Taporia is gone, I think we got to stop asking when Volk is going to lose that belt. And it should be, is Volk ever going to lose that belt? He's just so good, man. The way he works his striking into his takedowns, and he just puts everything together so perfect. Diego was almost waiting for Volk to make a mistake, and you're going to be waiting a long time because Volk doesn't make mistakes. I caught one split second where Volk was out of position in that entire 15 minutes. He just looked fantastic. I can't believe I doubted him twice. You know, the first time I was like, maybe he's past his prime, maybe those finishes got to him. He proved me wrong. Second time around, I said, Diego's too hungry. Diego's not going to be in that position again. And he did it again, and he did it more convincingly. No excuses from the team of Diego Lopes. He did break both his feet, but he was still smiling the whole time. He was smiling when they read the 50-45, kind of like a, man, really moment. But that was about it. Diego's just so happy to be there. He's hard to hate. We'll see him fighting for that belt again. It'll be Lerone Murphy will beat Movsar Evloev, and then Lopes will fight Volk for the belt the third time.
You think Murphy beats Movsar?
I was just joking, but yeah.
I was gonna say, like, even Volk's saying Movsar wins that fight.
We'll see. I think Lerone Murphy beats him.
Yeah, I had this 2-2 going into the fifth. I thought Diego did enough in the second round with grabbing Volk's back, and I thought his striking was enough. He had the pressure to win round 2. Round 3, he dropped Volk. Even though it was a flash knockdown, I thought that was enough to score him the round. So, 3-round fight, I would have thought Diego would have won it. Apparently, I was completely wrong. The judge who did the 50-45, I thought was fired for giving Tuivasa 30-27. Because this is messed up. Lopes at least won one round. All right, 50-45.
I'll give him
crazy.
the one round, but I have to agree with the 49-46.
To me, it was at least 2. Like, he dropped him. He had the back. He had some control. He had some good moments in round 2. I have to give him rounds 2 and 3, and then it came down to that 5th round, and Volk still stole it.
And this is one of those fights too, where don't let the scorecards fool you. It wasn't a total, like, I had absolutely no doubt in my mind before they read the scorecards that Volk won that fight.
Same.
But it's round by round scoring, and the rounds were kind of close. They were kind of close, but it in my eyes, I was easily able to be like, okay, Volk won this round, da da da. And Lopes just showing too much respect in there for Volk. Like, it looked like he didn't want to knock him out.
Yeah, what was with that? Why is it when he fights anybody else but Volk, he's showing like this kind of respect, this more distance? It's more like, I'm gonna give you your moments here. But against Silva, he was like, no respect, no hugging, no fist bumping. I'm gonna knock you out.
I don't know. Like I said, we never know fully what's going on behind the scenes. But he seemed in good spirits, even after the loss, even sitting in the hospital with 2 broken feet. He had a big smile on his face. But Volk, man, just cemented himself at 145.
And Volk's basically calling for Movsar next. He thinks Movsar beats Murphy. He said he'll fight the winner of that fight. He said he's not going to let Arman cut the line. So,
good. Arman shouldn't get an immediate title fight if he goes down to 145.
I don't think he should either. He should have to fight somebody.
Yeah.
Give him Lopes.
So, I mean, what's the move, man? Volk stays at 145 and just fights a couple more times. He has no intentions of leaving anytime soon. But what do you guys think? Do you think Volk should stay at 145 and just try to run through every single last person there until he's done? Do you think he should move up to 55 and try Topuria again? I don't. I definitely don't think he should be going down weight at this point in his career. So, personally, I think he's stuck at just staying 145 and just clearing out the division for as long as he feels like it, man.
Here's what I think happens. I think Volk beats Movsar. I think Volk then beats Murphy. I think if Arman comes down, Volk beats Arman. And then I think Silva does the impossible at that point because Volk's chin, his age will finally catch up to him, and Silva takes the title from Volk. Jean Silva to be the one to dethrone Volkanovski.
I gotta disagree.
I'm calling it now.
I think even if Volk is 45 years old, he smokes Jean Silva.
I think the power at that time, Jean's power will be more there. Volk's chin will be less.
I'd love to see him fight. Again, that's all what ifs. I want to see them fight this year, early next year. That would be a banger.
I mean, there's a line right now for Silva to end 2026 as champion is like a plus 600, plus 500.
I think it should be higher. I like Silva too a lot, but I think that should be higher. Anything else you want to add in on this one, Brody?
No, we will see you guys next time.
All right, guys. Well, if you enjoyed the carnage last weekend, please subscribe, leave a like. Let's talk some more MMA later in the week. I'm out. I'm gonna go find a shoe and a beer and enjoy the rest of my day. And we will see you guys later. Thank you.